Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his third Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready, 5-9.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle. Here's the cream of the crop offensively, the starting unit for the NFC.
And coming off the season which saw him set career highs across the board is tight end Zach Ertz, who's been around for a little while, but continues to improve in every facet. In fact, last year, he set the record for catches in a season by a tight end with 116, and he thinks that he can match that number or surpass it this season.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it? The Madden Studios right here in Orlando, that's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald with a sack. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Travis Kelsey, 55 yards. And the AFC is in for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without. The QB's taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
Breeze now on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Breeze going to throw. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. NFC South to NFC South. Breeze to Julio Jones for a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Breeze now. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Breeze. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. On 4th down, here's Aldrich Rosas for the NFC field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
And no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And now running right through it. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. And that'll give them... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, his 2nd Pro Bowl. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before half for Breeze. And that's incomplete. So we're at halftime of the... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backward. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8.
On first down, Breeze. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Breeze will try again on second down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the fourth. The numbers for the NFC on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Well, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's Kelce on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
95,
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Breeze now on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, 55 yards. And the NFC able to get a bit closer. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns. And now it's blocked. And the AFC has it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will not be able to get any further. Brought down inside the 10. A long way to go for nothing. It comes up empty.
So when the Rules Committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first-time Pro Bowler, here's James Conner of the Steelers. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. And there defensively, Patrick Peterson showing why he's so tough, man on man.
So quick, so agile, just essentially gets into the hip pocket of the receiver and just stays.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Throwing now is Breeze. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 23 yards on the play. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the pickup there. And the NFC has a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The left side completion to Jones. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well,
welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game and exhibition. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Yard line.
Ready. Let's kill. Ready, take.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Oh, he's going to air it out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a second and long.
Now, how about that play right there? Party, remember I told you about the home run hitter theory that someone told me years ago?
What's that?
Meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues, go back and trade.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him at the 12. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different...
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game, how many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want all... offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the near...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the AFC in possession of the football to start quarter number 2. To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando. Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted.
And how about this? A fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Punching it in from a yard. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
He's checking.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter 2. And the AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll escape to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Bobby Wagner of Seattle, he'll get credited for the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Back out is the AFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. They'll look to throw.
Personal foul, face mask, defense,
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, it's Connor. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. And now it's second down. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
You don't want smoke, dog.